Hi, meteorologist Tony Petrarca in the Pinpoint 12 Forecast Center. You've clicked on the Weather Now link on this Thursday afternoon. It's about 4 o'clock. For the most part, the clouds have been stubborn most of the day. We're looking at pictures down at Easton's Beach, a very humid day. Even with the cloud cover, the temperature's still pretty mild today, topped out in the mid and upper 70s. While we haven't seen really much in the way of rain, we weren't really expecting any. There has been some occasional sprinkles every now and then, but for the most part, dry in terms of rain, but very muggy. That high humidity, once again, should lead to some areas of fog forming later on this evening and during the overnight hours. And at times, there's been a little partial hazy sun, but generally cloudy. Here are the high temps. So far today, I mean, even with limited sun, we were able to get temperatures up into the upper 70s, including 78 in Providence, almost 80 in Taunton, 79, and lower 70s across the coastline. Another mild and humid night tonight. Some fog, some drizzle, even some scattered showers during the overnight are expected. You can see on the satellite and radar composite, all this gray represents, of course, the cloud cover. There was a little bit of sun out towards the Cape and the Islands this afternoon. And you see these little green speckles? Yeah, every now and then there's like a little quick 5-minute sprinkle coming through. So I wouldn't rule that out over the late afternoon and early evening hours. Here's the wider view, and this moisture right up in here. This is actually remnants from what was once Tropical Storm Bertha that came on shore across the Carolinas yesterday and is passing through eastern Pennsylvania now, lifting up into Canada. So here's the wider view, and we are tracking a couple of things. Cold front across the Mississippi River Valley. That's that blue line right in here. And this is the front. It's a slow mover that will arrive here on Saturday with a scattered shower. Still feel as though Saturday isn't really a washout or stormy day or even a rain day. I just think a few scattered showers. I think we can squeak out some sunshine for Saturday. It'll be a warm day, but this front will take until probably Saturday afternoon to pass through. In the meantime, there's some of that remnant moisture from once Tropical Storm Bertha. Now, this front is really separating very humid, summer-like air on one side to dry, comfortable air on the other. So we talk about dew points a lot. In the areas shaded in green, your high dew points in the 60s, indicating very tropical and humid air. And behind the front, this brown color. Look at these very low numbers, these low dew points, almost autumn-like in terms of dryness across the northern plains. And that drier air is actually arriving Saturday night and Sunday. So Sunday looks dry and refreshing. It's not quite as muggy. Let's get in real close. And I'm going to step you through this hour by hour. And we'll start off this evening at 7 o'clock. And we are mainly cloudy. And you do see some temperatures in the 60s and some elements of green coming through. And some drizzle, some scattered showers can't be ruled out during the overnight. Here we are tomorrow morning, Friday morning, 7 a.m. We'll start off with low clouds, some fog, especially at the coastline, mild temps. They'll be well into the 60s. During the afternoon, this is around 2 o'clock, and even with the cloud cover and only partial sun, we'll get temperatures up into at least northern suburbs away from any ocean influence into the 70s. Some of our computer guidance is suggesting perhaps even upper 70s here if we get a little partial sun coming through. Coast with the breeze off the water and some fog. The beaches should be held into the 60s during the afternoon. And here we are Friday evening at 6 o'clock. Cloudy, humid, breezy, and mild. I think the fog will reform once again later on Friday night. And late Friday night at 11 o'clock, you see these little elements of green, and this is the indication of maybe some drizzle or a few isolated showers. There's just so much humidity in the air, and that's the reason why it's really hard to get rid of some of these clouds on Friday. So for this evening, we're looking at mainly cloudy, breezy, and humid conditions. Slight chance of a shower once 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night. Fog overnight, locally dense along the coastline. So for your Friday morning, especially early in the morning, low clouds and fog, likely damp. Much like early this morning, you may see a little mist, few hours on either side of sunrise. By 11 a.m., mostly cloudy, 69 degrees. I think any sunshine, and it would be limited, just partial for Friday, but mainly cloudy, breezy, and humid. Even with the cloud cover, we should get temperatures up into the lower 70s. If we end up with maybe a couple of hours of extra hazy sun in the afternoon across inland areas, some of those temperatures could actually be well into the 70s. But once again, the coastline should be held into the 60s. Now, the early call on Saturday is that at this point, really not a storm day or a washout. It'll be the approaching cold front will produce a couple of scattered rain showers, and then I do expect some developing sunshine mid to late afternoon. We're clear Saturday evening, Saturday night as drier air comes in, and Sunday looks refreshing. A mix of clouds and sunshine Sunday, not nearly as humid, and we'll get temperatures up a little cooler but nice in the lower 70s. All right, that's your latest Weather Now update. It's we're almost about an hour away from our newscast, which starts at 5 o'clock. The latest on the coronavirus. The governor with some major announcements on phase 2 that starts next week. We'll have updates on that, and of course, as more weather information comes in, we'll talk about beach and boating this upcoming weekend. So a lot to cover. Thanks for logging in. We'll talk to you soon.